Bristol Community College, Mathematics with Dan Avedikian, Math 011, Arithmetic, Section 1.6, Problem 35. This is Section 1.6, Problem 35. It says find the area of the figure, and it's kind of an unusual shape drawing with the dimensions given that we have to find the area of. Now, there are two approaches to this. You could split this into at least 3 different rectangles and add the areas of those rectangles together, and that will work. That'll give you the right answer. But I think what's a little bit easier is find the area of basically what the big rectangle is, and then just imagine across the top connecting it, and there's a smaller rectangle in it. Just subtract off the area of the smaller rectangle. So the big rectangle the base times the height. The base is 60 feet times the height is 30 feet. So 60 times 30, those are fairly big numbers, but again, there's a trick for that. Initially, just ignore the zeros and focus on 6 times 3. 6 times 3 is 18. And now how many zeros did you ignore? 1, 2. So put those 1, 2 zeros back. You get 1,800. And it would be in square feet because everything is in feet. So that's the big rectangle, 1,800 square feet. Now the small rectangle that has a dotted line across the top, it has a base of, oh, we don't know. Well, we can figure it out. It's 60 feet across the big rectangle altogether, and it's 10 feet to go from the left edge to where the edge starts coming down. Then you go across an unknown amount, and then another 20 feet gets you across the rest of the way. Well, if that unknown amount, if we make it 30 feet, it'll work. 10 feet to go from the far left edge to that inner wall is 10 feet, plus another 30 to go across the base of the small rectangle, and then another 20 to go from the right edge of the little rectangle to the edge of the big rectangle. That would be 60. So the missing base is 30. That's part of the trick. You have to be able to figure that out. So the small rectangle, base times height, is 30 feet for the base times 20 feet for the height. Now again, those are pretty big numbers to multiply, but you can just use that shortcut where you ignore the zeros, multiply the non-zero digits, and put the zeros back. So if I ignore the zeros, the non-zero digits are just 3 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6. And then I ignored 2 zeros, so I put back 1, 2 zeros. So it's 600. And that'd be 600 square feet. So that's the area of the small rectangle. And now if I subtract away the area of the small rectangle, which I made by making an imaginary connection across the top, I will have just really what was the original figure if I subtract it away from the big rectangle. So I'll do 1,800 square feet for the big rectangle minus 600 square feet for the small rectangle. That subtraction, you can do the same type of trick. The zeros just line up really nice. It's really 18 minus 6, which is 12. So the area that was originally given is 1,200 square feet. So again, that would be something like this. That's 1,200 square feet.